Do it again. Deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit and another Void Binding. Void Binding is trash. Buff and debuff is also very bad for us to be fighting. Okay. Sure, give me the Gorge again. Give me the Gorge champion. You wouldn't. You didn't. So I'm actually a little sad. But we can at least go Trample champion. And we can still get Gorge units, but we don't want Gorge lifesteal because it's gonna get cut in half. Why is the loading so long? I don't get that. Anyways. We still have a garbage deck, by the way. We still have no way of killing support units. And it's such a hard thing to come back from. We had 2 spells on the last run that gave us the ability to kill support units, and we never drew them on the Fell fight. Actually, we may have been able to draw Excavation Eruption and just not be able to play it. So, you know, maybe we should have upgraded that to make it cost 3 before we upgraded Subsuming Blade. Oh well. Oh well. Damage shield, energy. You know what? Kill the support unit. You go up there just in case there's a morsel. Probably should not be playing you down here, but that's okay. +5/+5. Our champion is going to die. I think we should accept that, and we should slowly build up here and build better floors. Well, I mean, I could just play this, but then we would have no energy, but you would have 2 damage shield. You'll still die in 1 hit. I mean, honestly, a drag kind of just does the same thing, huh? Put a drag in the front and you'll just burn out. I'm not gonna play the other drags, so I'm realizing we're gonna need units. Wow, you're actually just doing nothing. Well, cause you're killing me and I can't attack the back line. I hate this game. I think we're gonna live just because of our pyre, but we had no lifesteal morsels show up, by the way, just pointing that out. Deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit. Well, you know, you're gonna have a lot of health. I hate that you are also living. Now you're taking 85. I don't think this does anything. I mean, I think we get more value out of a Train Steward, 95. Because he was dying on the second turn regardless. So the damage morsel would have just done 3 damage. Pretty bad start, but the champion kind of blew it there. Hey, a Tumber Assault! I hate losing a run and then immediately getting the only card that I really wanted after. It's like, oh hey, I got the card I really wanted. The only card that I really cared about. We got it guys, we got it. So I am gonna take Crucible Collector. I know it's not that good against Seraph, but screw it, I don't wanna die going to Seraph. I wanna die on Seraph today, okay? Also, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the thing that we need, which is holdover this. I think we have enough energy to reduce the price of something, so we'll make making of a morsel cheaper, and then we didn't get damage shield 4, rage 12. Let's make this one cheaper. I'm gonna say we didn't get holdover. I'm just gonna save our gold. I'm realizing we need to save. We can't purge early. I think what we need to do is save for trying to get what we need, whether it's permafrost, whether it's holdover, whether it's large stone, whether it's quick, multi-strike. I think we need to save cash for the shops more than anything else. So you're gonna do damage. That seems acceptable. I think we do leave 1 capacity on your floor for maybe a lifesteal if we can get it. And if we can't get it, we're gonna start up here with some more gorging. So now you're gonna get, in theory, 2 lifesteal. I don't think you're gonna get 8 attack. I think you just get 2 lifesteal, which is perfectly fine. You're gonna go up there. Yeah, I think you're like a 24. Yeah. That's acceptable. You suck because I can't actually kill you. +4 health. I think you still go here. I can't really overkill you as much as I would like, so we're just gonna do this. And you know what? Mr. President. We need to bring back Mr. President. I think that's the problem. This is not a Tumber Assault, but it's still good. I don't think it matters really where you play it. Because you're dying, you're not making it up. Oh, I should have saved them. Oh, I played the good morsel, but the lifesteal would have been so much better. You're still taking 135, which is pretty good. You sweep, so nothing will live down here. We might as well start stacking up here. You're gonna make it to the pyre. I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate you so much. You in particular, you. Damage shield actually does help. Now, if you had damage shield and lifesteal, that would have been better, but. Okay, we took 3 damage. We really cannot afford to be taking that much damage, but it is what it is. We're gonna be just fine. You're gonna live longer, but I still think you give it to you. All right, end turn. What are our tomb units? 50 damage, right? Making one of them endless is not a bad idea. Hey, another Tumber Assault! I'm smiling right now, but I really shouldn't be. That's annoying as hell. When you get the card that you were asking for on your replacement run. You hate it. I actually don't really mind putting Entombed Explosives out there because it's a bit of a stall tactic. They do a decent amount of damage on, you know, blowing up. Now I'm tempted. What if you have like a floor of damage shield and a floor of lifesteal? Why? Because then you have the capability of countering like stealth boss with the damage shield. You would put lifesteal below damage shield. By the way, this guy also got buffed. He has 20 health now, not just 10. But I'm also thinking the Wickless Baron could be a good take. The Harvest is slightly better. +3/+3 instead of +1/+3. So you can make him do a decent amount of damage if you place a bunch of dregs and train stewards in front of him. And if you can, you know, reform back the units to play him, eventually this guy can do some good work for us. Now the Morsel Master is also interesting to duplicate morsels, but I don't think we need it because of the double gorge. And I also don't want a 0 attack minion to be drawn due to it being drafted, if that makes any sense. So honestly, I'm like, okay, what if we duplicate a Tumber Assault? It's pretty good. But I think we, I mean, I want the pyre health, but I am thinking, what if you just duplicate your Tumber Assault? Because let's be honest, it's so important. You know what? No, let's look at this first. All right, you got me. I'll take 1. And then I think you just duplicate a Tumber Assault because it is like, whenever I don't have this card, I always lose. So let's add it. Ascend or descend a unit, also apply Daze too. We can add cards that descend. Cave In and Dripfall. I think Dripfall now costs 1 instead of 2. 1 damage on explosion. It's not that bad. Can't really play Penumbra down here because they're literally dead. Can't really play anything down here. Like, I also hate drawing molded turn 1. I feel like in this run and the last run, we always drew molded turn 1, which is just a waste of a draw. But like, we literally can't play the champion here because they are dead. I mean, they're taking exactly 25 damage. So I think you just maybe Crucible Collector on the smaller floor. But you're not really killing many units as they travel up, and we'd rather still have you on the top, which is just awkward. I mean, we can't even play Wickless Baron in front, and we don't want to mold the champion back because they'll have burnout. I guess I'll just play you up there. Maybe it's best for you to be up here because these units will only deal 1 damage each. Maybe. Oh, hey, look. A Tumber Assaults. I'm crying inside. I think we should ice probably just one of you. Play the Morsel Master. We'll give you an insane amount of health, I think. By insane, I mean 8. You need lifesteal. Can actually put a Train Steward down here, so I'm like, okay, why not? The lifesteal floor is working out just fine. We'll be able to counteract Daedalus pretty easily because we're gaining 4 lifesteal per 1 morsel. Is actually how the math comes out there. And you know what? The trample at the top is not that bad because it will ice the weaker support units as they move up. I'd much rather the support units die lower, but I don't think there's a way to really make that happen. You have 13 attack. Tell you what. You can live. I've deigned that you shall live for 1 more turn. Good morning, raw egg white. You woke up because your phone fell between the crack of your bed and the wall. I hate it when that happens. 50 damage to the front enemy unit. We don't really need 50 damage to the front enemy unit, but I suppose if someone's gonna take the hit, it might as well be you, so we keep damage shield and lifesteal on this turn. Although we can't play a morsel there now, so that was actually very dumb because we could have doubled up the morsel miner. Yeah, I mean, I'll call it, that was dumb. But, there you go. Look, no capacity. Making mistakes, making mistakes. I don't think that mistake is gonna matter at all, but it's still a dumb mistake. So let's actually duplicate the good morsel here. This will do 50 damage to the boss. Now you're taking 97. I think at this point we can dump the dregs. I don't want to draw him ever again. I don't care that we're not getting the Wickless Baron buffed. He's such a minor component to this run right now. Okay, now you're gonna have 38-38. That seems pretty good. You might, I mean, you guys are gonna burn out. Maybe a Train Steward down here is better, but Void Binding costs 1. I guess this was nerfed. It used to cost 0, now it costs 1. So I'm like, okay, what if we buff you? We're at least killing the garbage unit in front. That's good enough. And you should just be dead, yeah, I mean, there's no way that you're making it out of this floor. We're gonna get plus 10, 4 lifesteal, and you're dead. Tell you what, why don't we search for a lifesteal morsel? There you go. So again, the lifesteal buffs are not gonna work that well against Seraph. Having said that, we still have like 4, usually between like 3 and 6 turns to build lifesteal before Seraph starts. Or I should say, between the time Seraph last targets the floor with the lifesteal unit and starts Relentless and gets to the lifesteal unit. There's a bit of a window there, a few turns to build up as much gorge as we can. So we want to try to build that up if we can. We need spells. We have units. What do we lack? Spells. Bounty Stalker's been nerfed. Extinguished 10 instead of, or 8 instead of 10. We need spells! We need more spells. We need spells. Whenever I take spells, I have good runs. So I'm like, okay, let's get more spells. And I will take another one of them, and I will take capacity. Dun 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 dun. Now, I also really want to upgrade spells, but we don't need another Umbra unit, because we have Champion, Crucible, and we don't even need Wickless Baron, really, but the third floor is just Dregs, Explosives, and the Baron, and Train Stewards. But I would like to upgrade spells. Cheap. Cheap or holdover on Antumbra Assault. Removing 2 cards is nice, but we don't want a unit. The artifact is nice, but I think we still prefer this because of the money. So we're probably gonna say no to this. Although a Morsel Maker is insanely good, because then we can get automatic morsels on the lifesteal unit, and I think that's what we want due to the double gorge. By the way, sorry for the crack in the chair. I think we want Antumbra Assault to be better even before Blazing Bolts. We will make it cheaper and reroll. We're not looking for anything here. Even though we got what we wanted in holdover, I think we're still gonna just upgrade Blazing Bolts to make it better. As for the magic power, we actually don't need it on anything. So again, I'm just gonna save the money. We can do mass removal later. How is Zigbold anywhere close to sucks? What? Chat, I do not understand you. Raw Egg White says Zigbold. LMAO coffee. Spikes 4. I do not care about Spikes 4 because my units have health and lifesteal and health. So go ahead, give me spikes. The only thing we have to worry about is attacking morsels, which means lifesteal's likely to die, but I'm not that worried about it. I mean, I guess I kind of am. If we put Penumbra at the top, then we can't. No capacity. So you're just gonna kill things as they move up. Buy us some time. Damage shield. I could give you a damage shield, but I mean, I could give you 2 damage shield. I think you just do this. Just don't spawn here. You did spawn here, but we at least have 5. You know what? We actually have a little bit of base damage with both the Master and the Maker. I guess that was a change that was made, huh? I will say, this sucks because we didn't draw Crucible Collector yet. So I could buff a Morsel Maker forever, add 4 morsels per turn, completely fill out the capacity. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put 2 Morsel Masters down and then get multiple copies of morsels every turn. You might as well go up here. Summon some morsels, see if I care. This is a very strange turn. Okay, we need you to be here. This is like critically important. We need to kill a unit. I think you are the most important one to kill. Lifesteal needs to go to you. Unfortunately, the morsel will die if I place him down here because he's going to attack. So what we're gonna do instead, you will not die, but only if I play you at the back. So I was wondering if we'd get 4. We actually just get 3 morsels, which is still okay. I was hoping you can get 4 morsels every turn with this combo, but we drew it in the wrong order, but we can still at least get 3. You attack. That's not good. Could put a dreg down here just to block a shot. Let's see what we get from this. I hate that you're living because you're gonna add garbage, and if I've learned anything, it's that I don't value getting rid of the garbage, and I really should, because the garbage sucks. Like, I really wish you were dying. We do have a way of killing you now. I really don't care about taking damage because I'm just gonna rely on this guy to get all the kills for me. You have 2 health. You will die on this floor. I do not worry about you. You gotta go. You gotta get played. I mean, you're actually gonna die down here, which is fantastic. And you know what? If everything's dying, we can give you lifesteal. You're gonna have a hard time against the boss, but if I can give you a little bit more health or like a damage shield, you might be okay. 4 health might make all the difference. You know what? Could have brought back the damage shield morsel. Need more capacity. I need more capacity, but that's the problem with the champion, not anything else. 11, 12, 13. You are life stealing and you're doing 410 damage. Also, now you're doing 450. Also, now you're doing 470. It's pretty good. Also, you're gonna have plus 15, plus 15. We're gonna be just fine. We basically got that lifesteal at the perfect opportunity. And we have 26 stacks of lifesteal. We only do 53 damage a hit, but that's perfectly fine. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. -1 capacity, +1 energy per turn for the rest of battle. Okay. If we double the basic morsels, it's +8/+8 every turn. That's pretty good. I think we can play engine upgrade on that floor. However, cave in is also really nice for the ascend, descend, apply daze too. The problem is we'll put all of our units on one floor, which we don't want. We prefer to have dripfall, I suppose. Although we could... What if you play a spell that would ascend or descend, apply 2 days? I think they changed this so that you can descend at the bottom and it'll still apply the days. So we can cave in at the bottom, which could save our champion insane HP. And if we do this, we might be able to make it free and holdover. I punched my microphone. I'm gonna try to make this work now. I also really love Subsuming Blade. I kind of feel like we don't need it because of the fact that we have... We do have a Wickless Baron. I kind of feel like we don't need it though because we have a 3 Atumbra Assaults and a Blazing Bolts, which is going to get stronger. We have 4 spells that do damage. It's probably good enough. Raigwite, you have a good night. Regimen, you are starting to build your new computer. i7 8700K. Well, good on you for getting a new computer, and I hope it is good for you. I hope it ends up working and you have no issues. And you know what? I'm realizing something. Votivary also got a buff. It now costs 0 energy. I think this was very necessary because at 1 energy it's not worth playing, but at 0 energy and endless and extinguish draw a card, it triggers harvest and redraws itself and is playable for free. So Votivary only costs 1 card draw when you initially draw it. After that, it's free to play. And it doesn't cost you any more draw in the future. So I'm like, what do you take here? I mean, the stealth is handy, but I don't think we need it. Especially because Seraph is gonna purge stealth, half of it. Endless extinguish, draw 1 card, Votivary. If you give Votivary, what would you give Votivary? I mean, I'm thinking like Votivary buffing or tanking for the Wickless Baron could be okay. I'll take it. We have a 35 card deck. This is like the thickest deck I've ever had, but I also have been purposefully not removing cards because I want to go to the Merchant of Magic and continuously buff my spells. And honestly, I kind of want to fish for a holdover. Any holdover would be fantastic. Gain 5 when a friendly unit dies, not including morsels. Deal 3 damage to the rear enemy unit when a morsel unit is eaten. I kind of like this as another way of dealing with support units. I'm realizing you need to deal with support units whenever you can. Double stack is not good. I'm just gonna reroll, look for holdover. And then what do you do? Do you try to make the world's best cave-in that makes the bottom floor daze literally every turn? I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't see a reason not to make the world's best cave-in. Upgrade a spell. We could upgrade Blazing Bolts and make it do 40 damage 4 times once it's fully upgraded. Seems pretty good to me, especially with our trample champion. It doesn't matter what unit gets hit by this. Could also make the Atumbra Assault do 23 damage, but I think making this cost 0 and making it like holdover or something would be better. I know we're considering making a lot of things holdover, but I think we got very lucky with the getting one holdover, honestly. Spell shield. Excuse me. Spell shield, it sucks. We can do it though, because of our champion. Our champion makes this not that bad. I'm pretty sure this is the fight that has all those like 0-2 minions eventually. It doesn't really matter. So you're almost dead. I think we're just going to ice our unit. You're gonna get stronger. We're looking for lifesteal, we don't get it. As a result, believe it or not, you're gonna feed. Should have put the 4 attack morsel at the top. Ended up not mattering, but we still should have done it. Deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit. This is actually perfect. That'll kill you. And your friend. And then we're gonna get the cash. Morsel Master needs to get played at the top. If we play a Dreg, you get stronger. Might as well. Morsel Miner, I don't think we worry about playing it there. We don't really care about putting out on the Morsel Master, though. These units aren't making it up, so you know what? Guess you might as well buff the number. I mean, it's 5 damage to all units, right? You gotta get played. And then we can play morsels ourselves. We're gonna start getting into our morsel generation pretty soon. A Tumber Assault makes it really difficult. I really wanna get the Blazing Bolts out, but you know what? I think it's more important to do that. I think we need to start preparing. It's gonna take 1 turn to wear out that Daze, but then all of a sudden this lifesteal unit is gonna gorge out of his gourd. Surprised you lived with that much health, but I suppose there ain't much to do about it. I think what we want is to duplicate this morsel. Now we're getting 10. You are gonna kill all my morsels next turn, which blows. And we're not killing you, which blows. Crap. But hey, we can at least do some damage and give you 1 HP and a damage shield. Our Pyro's gonna take some damage. This guy's gonna get a whole bunch of rage. He's gonna get rage 8 off of this, by the way. Also, okay, you know what? I think we say no, you're not gonna hit the Pyre. I think what we do is we lower you. And we can lower you infinitely. This is gonna completely F our floor up, and I think it's gonna start from the back and lower units going like in order, but if we can just daze you, you're not gonna hit the Pyre for an extra 14 attack, 18. You're gonna hit the Pyre for 18 right now? I do not want that to happen, so no, it started from the front, which is horrible. That is insanely bad, and I did not expect that at all. Okay, well, hey, some morsels. I suppose we'll just kind of like play everything willy-nilly. You're taking 152. You sweep. I can daze you. You're still making it up to the Pyre, you son of a gun. You're still making it up to the Pyre. We can give you damage shield. Now you're taking 358. That's pretty good. Damage shield also negates lifesteal, I think, so I don't think you're gonna actually get any lifesteal from this. I can daze you for... You're currently dazed, you're gonna hit the Pyre for 4. If I daze you, we deal a lot more damage. But I can just daze you up here. And then daze you up here. Is that enough? I gotta think about this. Daze 2. That, you do 9 damage. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do like 80 damage times 6. That's enough to kill you. Let's take no pyre damage. Because we're gonna get this cave in literally every turn. We might as well take advantage of it. You're already dead. I'll be honest with you, I think we lower more units. No, we don't have the thing that gives us money when units die. It doesn't matter, end turn. I think that still work though. Does cave-in work on immobile units? It would trigger this effect, yes, but it would not move them. Okay, so we took no pyre damage, which is insane. We could take another cave-in. I don't think we need another cave-in. I think a shroud spike is really good because it quadruples the gorge. I don't think we need any of this. I'll be honest, I'm also very tempted to get card draw on the next boss fight, but if we're gonna be making a bigger champion, we need the capacity to be able to play a morsel behind him. I hate it, but I still think that's pretty good. I think you go right path. The question is, what do you duplicate? We're not removing anything in this deck, by the way. This is gonna be the thickest deck ever. What do you duplicate? Shroud Spike is pretty good. Is anything good? I mean, Blazing Bolts is a great card. If you duplicate Cave-In, you're more likely to draw it. We only got to play one of them. Or we could play 2 of them and get, you know, double the days out of it. I'm trying to think, is there a way of just like infinitely keeping enemies around? I think there is. If I leave, like if I get cave-in early enough and I leave the middle floor blank, I can just constantly lower minions to the bottom over and over again and wipe them. I don't know if that's any good, but in theory, it could work. So this is why I love the champion down here, is he's getting all the kills on turn 1, and then he's gonna weaken enemies as they move up. Gotta love it. Summon morsels every turn. This is fine. I'm just gonna get morsels. You know, we could have done this differently by putting the entombed explosive down and then killing it, but then we wouldn't have had the energy for the morsel maker. And because he's so expensive, I think it is worth getting him out early. We'll give you more health. Give you more attack. More armor, oh no, what am I gonna do? So this is kind of exactly what I want out of the Daze. I don't know how Daze affects Fel. Like, does it just stack up for when they begin Relentless, or does it actually affect them? I've heard someone say that if you daze a boss, they won't do their like special ability, but I've never seen that actually function. They always just seem to still do their special abilities. Getting the worst draw. Add a morsel miner or a random one. You might as well give me the miner. These guys are dazed, they're not doing anything. Corn for lives! Hello, welcome. So, oh hey, look. Dazes. Now these guys, you might notice, are not dying. However, is this the perfect draw? Because we move everyone down, and now they're down here forever. We can actually play our Crucible Collector now. And then if we want, we could just daze them again and just stack up 5 days. Yeah, okay, you're definitely giving armor to units. That's not doing anything for me. Morsel Master. No, I need the Morsel Maker, but you're down there. Although, hold up. Placepool, thank you for the cheer. What if you just do this? Now when we summon morsels, we'll get copies. And some of these units have 8 turns of Daze, by the way. If we wanted to, we could just let them go and die to the pyre. Well, actually, you have 1 turn of Daze. And you know what? The bottom floor is gonna get so freaking packed that eventually units aren't even gonna fit. Hopefully that means the low Daze units go down and the high Daze units go up. I gotta check. It looked like it mixed and matched. Like, wasn't this guy at the back here? I don't know, that seems a little funky. Anyways, look, you're dazed. There's 8 days on the boss too. Hey, look, I can summon minions now. Don't really want to play Votivary anywhere. It's gonna end turn. This is stupid. Hey look, someone made it up. They have 8 turns of Daze. Don't think they're gonna live. Well, I mean, the game is lagging due to how many like arrows it's drawing, which is crazy. Look, the floors are getting packed. I don't think it matters. I really want to put lifesteal on you. I can't. Like, there's no capacity. Might as well play you up here. I don't know, if we can put units behind the champion, do we really need capacity upgrades? Maybe we'd prefer energy so we can actually play all these cards. Now eventually, ideally, and I should look at the upgrades coming up. If we go Merchant of Magic, ooh, with Pyre Health, I really like this. If we go left, we can put -1 energy on both of these to make them free, and then maybe we would prefer card draw, so we could actually get 3 other cards to play, and if they cost 2, we can still play it. You know what I mean? Because nothing is making it up if everything is taking infinite Daze, and this floor doesn't matter, and if we play a unit here, it's just gonna go down to the champion's floor anyway, because there's Daze, and there's Daze. Some of these units have 14 days, which is just days for days. Says AB0020 in chat. And then we just, you know, it literally doesn't matter who we kill, and then we can just, you know, give you some and put one there. And now, the bad thing about this is that, you know, Seraph will cut the days in half, but if our champion does 150 damage 10 times, that's still good value, and then we still have this floor, which is never taking any damage at all. Seems pretty good. So I think we just Daze, and then I think we just Daze, and the boss is dead. So, like, I think we're pretty set. So honestly, like a second Morsel Maker would be really nice for this floor. But if we take energy, and I do think we need energy. I think because we're gonna have 3 cards and 3 cards. Card draw gets us to the cave-ins faster, but energy means we can play more cards. But if we make the cards free, we can handle 3 energy with 4 cards. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think we go card draw to get to the good stuff faster. And then if we do that, yeah, I think that's what we want. Then we can start playing more morsels on the top floor. This is dumb. I hate this, but it's like, it worked. Return a random defeated unit to your hand, enhance it with +40. So this is not reform. The unit won't have burnout, they'll just have +40. However, it's gonna bring back a morsel. So I think you just skip this. We don't need an X cost card. We have 78 Pyre Health. I don't believe it, but we need card draw. We have 37 cards in this deck, excuse me. And we have to go spell upgrades. We need to make those cards free because it's 2 energy every turn. Even before, well, yeah, even before you do that, you got another holdover too. Okay, relax. Okay, -1 energy. Put it on a cave-in. You know what? We have enough gold, and we have 3 upgrade slots on spells. Let's do Concealing Cavern and see what we get. Endless. Oh my god. So if you bear with me. If you Endless the champion, you can replay them on the 2nd floor and then put 8 more days on Seraph. So I think we've just won. Like, I think we 100% have won. And we don't even need a 3rd floor. As long as we get like 1 Daze card, I literally don't think there's any way that we can lose. I hate to say it, but like, this is great. This is wonderful. And watch as we lose. I mean, it could happen. What can get upgrades? I think a free 5/5 morsel is very good for duplication purposes. Molded, we don't really care. I mean, it could bring back an explosive unit, it could bring back a specific morsel, but I think we just want more morsels. A Tumber Assault for killing support units is nice. Does it need to be holdover? Not necessarily. In fact, nothing here really needs to be holdover. I think it would be silly not to make something holdover there. Oh, holdover though. You have cash. Cash. Like, I think you should for a 5/5. And what I'm thinking is, if we play this on the floor with the lifesteal minion every turn, he's gonna get +10/+10 every turn. If we did the same thing we did last combat with this next combat. So let's make it a Tumber Assault deal 23. I don't think we need to double stack that. We'll make this a Tumber Assault do 23. We'll put -1 on the other cave-in, which is more important. And then, you know what? Let's start removing some cards. We have a few things we don't care about. We actually don't care about these. We don't care about any dregs, and we don't care about the tube units, and we don't care about the train stewards. We have an insane number of units and cards to remove. We're not gonna be able to afford as much as I would like. But we'll remove 2 to make our draw better for the next fight. We'll get, I mean, it's pretty good, but you gotta go 170, 110, or 170, 100. And we gotta go. We come here and then we say, hey, everyone's getting dazed. Oh no, you're gonna have attacks. Well, no, you're gonna actually be dazed, so who effing cares? Duh. Corn for life, you can call me Wirt for short. Is that actually Wirt? Meat Bomb, hello, welcome. Hey, new guy here. Thanks for talking out your lines. Dude, first of all, thank you. Second of all, don't watch the last run. 170, 110, 6 slot, that's worse than Shadow Siege. Except it's free and you draw on turn 1 all the time. So I think it's better. So we play you. We play you. We play you. We play you, and we end turn, and we hope for Daze. Daze for Daze? Daze for Daze! Okay, how do we handle this? You're not escaping if you're dazed, so I think we daze you. Hi, we're taking 52 damage. Look, it's a lot of damage, I understand that. These units have multi-strike 3, excuse me? All right, I was not expecting that. Should have put a unit down to lower them. Let's cut some of that. Can't. Okay, well, let's just kill you then and get some morsels. All right, look, this might be a little rough, but hear me out. Maybe we can lifesteal in a turn or 2. And you know what? Let me completely ignore the top floor for the rest of the time. So that's insanely bad. You're dying, that's bad. You are endless, so you will come back. I can play you next turn. But basically, I think you stall. I think you stall for as long as you can. Penumbra's endless, so we can just keep replaying them, and they're just gonna hit as much as they can. Now, I do hate that the enemies are stacking up infinite multi-strike, but once we get the second cave-in, they can't attack. They can attack right now because I only have one cave-in. Also, we can kill one. Oh, we can't. You have 26 health. We cannot kill one of the multi-strikers. Now, they will have 4 multi-strike if I put them on a single floor, but I still think that's hilarious. Also, Blazing Bolts is like really freaking good. So I'm thinking, kill you. We do take some damage. That's understandable. Look, morsels are not going to be living, I'm realizing. So let's build up a super floor. And then let's just put down minions to dump them from the deck. Maybe they'll do something. You never know. Let's try to kill one of the multi-strikers down here. What did that fucking do? Oh, it hit this unit twice? Okay, yeah, that's not that good. Wait, how much damage did that do? 40 damage twice? Oh, it hit the armor, that's what it was. All right, we're gonna lower everyone. Nothing's living. Nothing on our end anyways. Nothing on their end is dying, but look, our champion will come back and he's gonna have like multi-strike 6 enemies, but you know what? It's kind of just his deal in life. Please help me. Yeah, these units, they're getting awful strong. And in fact, I think our champion is dead just by doing that. No, he's hitting for one. He's not even doing any damage. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, we gotta start playing some things. You might as well double up on something. So units are gonna make it up. Hopefully they have a buttload of Daze. They have enough. They have enough. They're gonna lose all of their multi-strike when they move up, and this guy is only gonna hit the pyre for like 20. I think you accept that. I think you accept that 100%. Now, what the hell do you do here? Okay, believe it or not, I know what you do here. What you do is you bring back the lifesteal morsel. Because you can give lifesteal to your champion. I think you also put down a tomb unit to do more damage, and you lower everyone back down to the bottom, and you say, hey, get back down here. I'm not done with you yet. You're taking 5 damage, but you're gonna get lifesteal. And then you know what? You get this floor set up. The game's getting laggy. You hit the pyre twice. Considering what happened, I think that's acceptable. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can play 2 more units. Honestly, give me the drag. Cave in. Welcome to the floor. Cave in. You're taking 859. Nothing in the back is dying, I'm realizing, and you have 6 times 3 attack? Oh, okay. Well, let's end turn. It's fine though, because we're gonna apply 4 Daze, and we're gonna bring our champion back. Now you're taking 177. Now you're dead. And you all would be dead too. Okay. Look, was that a good indication of what to come? Considering these enemies had like ×5 multi-strike at times, I think that was okay. I don't think we need anything else though. Even another Blazing Bolt scares the crap out of me, dude. Just skip, man, just skip. Just skip. Buff debuff removal Seraph is really freaking annoying, but all we need is to draw those 2 cave-ins. We need card removal. We also need, I mean, honestly, we haven't upgraded our units at all. This never happens. I always go full upgrades on units whenever possible, but weirdly enough, our entire run revolves entirely around our champion, which scares the crap out of me. but I still think you go spell upgrades because we can make the most dynamite spells ever, but we also need card removal more than anything else. So I do think you go to the right path. Although we could try to get another cave in the system. Okay. The units are gonna end up doing... No. Sap is 15 times 5, right? What is buff debuff minions? Is this sweep? We need card removal so badly. But if we go left path, we can upgrade units and then just add another cave into the system. Event copy card 5 times. Dude, I would love 5 cave-ins right about now. I really do think you just go for another cave-in, because you need 2 of them to sort of hit an equilibrium. And our entire run kind of revolves around it. And I think it would be nice to upgrade some units. So you know what? As much as the spell upgrades would be nice, I think you go left path and you say, okay, let's take a look at the trinkets first. Burn out 1 tomb units. I understand this now. The tomb unit will die guaranteed at the end of turn, but they'll also have a chance of blocking a lot of hits. Don't get out of here. Extinguish abilities trigger an additional time. At the start of turn, add a morsel to your hand. I love it. Quick. Does not interest me at all. Burnout. Does not interest me at all. Plus 10 attack. Does not interest me at all. Large. Interests me a lot. And I know we could go for like a purge, and you know what? I think that's what you do. I think you just go for a purge, and you say, "Hey, train steward, you cost 2 capacity. No, thank you. You're out of here." Duplicate a card. Caven, welcome to the show. Sure, I don't know. Why not? Double extinguish makes them below 400. Yeah, but here's the thing. I feel like you gotta go all out in Monster Train, and I think all out means as many cave-ins as I can duplicate. I don't think we get much value out of 100 damage 3 times in a fight. I think what we need to do is make Daze infinity happen. And luckily we got 1. And I mean that. I'm extremely happy to have 1. What we're not gonna do is play these at the bottom. We're gonna play these. We have to. We have to. If I play the Morsel Maker up here and we don't get our Penumbra next turn, then we won't be able to fit them the turn afterwards, because there's gonna be only 2 capacity here and we need 3. Because of the low capacity hit up here, we cannot play Morsel Maker at the top. We can put Morsel Master up there. So I really do think maybe you just Morsel Maker and lower him with Penumbra. Or more accurately, I think what you do is you play Morsel Maker here. You put a morsel or a dreg in front of them so that they can live, and you'll descend them next turn, I think. So you're not sweep, you're actually just harvest. So I gotta try to remember this for next time. Buff debuff Seraph, harvest 11, 15 threes. Because I do remember sap is the 15 times 2 5s, with that 5 being a very important number. So I think you start with the cave-in. You make these enemies take a long time to make it up. Oh look, you're all dead. Well, you know what? Actually, if you're all dead, let's keep everyone on the same floor. And if we're gonna keep everyone on the same floor, let's lower the Morsel Maker, Morsel Master, and then just make you ball out of control. I don't think you put the drag down there, but I do think you do this. You're taking 42 damage. That's more than I could ever ask for. And now from here on out, the bottom floor is gonna be dazed every turn. Now eventually, you know what? You are it. Sweep Ember Drain, but you're dazed. I think we do worry a little bit about keeping the champion alive, but once we put Endless on them, we can always replay them up here, and really, they're just here to ice everything until the Crucible Collector can gorge his face off. Damage shield. I really don't think the damage shield is that important. By the way, capacity limit here. So you know what? If it's capacity limit, we could play like an Entombed Explosive here, and they're not gonna go down every turn. Okay. You sold me. We're gonna dump all of our dregs here, because why not? And then we can also, you know, gorge on this guy. Why not? Sure. Well, no. So now even if we lower this, it doesn't do anything, because there's capacity limit at the bottom. So you're gonna be endless. So next, when you die, and I need to play you, I can play you up here. No, we need these units to die now. Oh, we cannot replay our champion because I put units up here. Okay, how are we gonna kill these units? A Tumbra Assault. We're gonna use a Tumbra Assault to kill our own units and keep this floor empty. I'm glad I realized that early, but that could have been very annoying. That could have been a very big mistake. We can still play morsels here to get gorged, but we really do want to make sure we're not putting damage shield here. You're dying, doesn't matter. Let's start here. Energy, and energy. That's fine. You're gonna keep stacking. Damage shield 2, rage 6, ember drain 3. I guess I could have played a morsel in the front and given it damage shield to save 1 damage shield from our lifesteal unit, but the lifesteal is what's important there, not damage shield. It doesn't matter. Now we do have 7 energy and a shroud spike. And a making of a morsel. Okay. You're taking 6 damage. Now, I don't want to be ember drained. We could let you make it up and then let you hit our pyre. Are we okay with you hitting the pyre? Why did you make it up? Oh, because you just didn't die. We need the other cave-ins. I'm so surprised we haven't drawn them yet. I think you had Tumbra Assault either the back unit or our unit. We can Tumbra Assault him later. You're still making it up though. You're taking 57. It's a tricky one. I think we kill you. I think you play Making of a Morsel. It's gonna cost you a little bit of energy, but not that much. And then I think honestly, you just gorge him 10 times, which is actually gorging for 20, and it's gonna turn this unit into an 85-112. Excuse me? Okay, you also have 25 lifesteal, which is pretty good. And you know, if you hit the pyre, whatever. Let's stop the ember drain. You're doing 10 damage. I actually want you to hit this guy, so I'm just gonna dump these out of my deck. Can't play him anywhere else. That's fine. We hope for the other cave-in. This is the entire reason why I took the +1 draw. Cave-in? 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 Cave-in! Let's freaking go. Now, a Tumbra Assaults will be used to kill these units. Let's not fear. What we're gonna do instead is, well, I mean, like if I let you move up, I really don't care. You're just gonna die up there. So there you go. In fact, I can kill you here. There you go, get dazed. Don't play the Train Steward. A Tumbra Assault, please. You hit for 20, I don't care. I don't care at all. I could not care less. Tumbra Assault, deal 23 damage. The other one does 13, so we gotta kill our front enemy unit right now and use the 13 damage one to kill him later. Now, floor capacity is still looking good. We're gonna keep them stacked up. Keep them dazed up. You're dead. You're dead. Might as well play you up here, honestly, just to get out of my deck forever. You can't put morsels there. Okay, and turn. That was a misplay. I don't think it's gonna matter, though. Now, 3 cave-ins might be too many, but I really like the idea of having 6 days on Seraph both turns when it attacks. We still need a Tumbra Assault, but it will come around. It will come around. So we're gonna mold the best morsel we have. It'll be duplicated. You're now 135 unit. Welcome to the floor. Welcome to the floor. Welcome to the floor. This run hurts my brain. I know descended units are added to the back of the line, but how does it determine who stays when the floor is full? I think it starts at the front and it goes back. So this unit moves down, this unit moves down, this unit moves down, this unit moves down. And if there's too much capacity, then the back unit stays up. I think that's what happens. Is this final wave? It is final wave. But you're taking 1,500 damage, so I'm not really that worried. But we gotta kill you, so let's do that. Cave in. You're probably taking less. So you know what? You lived. Wait a minute. Was this not the? This was the middle. Okay, look. Maybe I don't understand how cave in works. I gotta watch the footage on that to see what unit stayed up. But Daze you. Now you're taking 1,900. Now you're taking 2426. All right, it's pretty good. With 135 health, we don't need more health on the Crucible Collector. Damage is more important because if a lifesteal unit can survive one hit and heal to full, or one turn rather and heal to full, they don't need more health. They need more attack to do as much damage as possible. So we're gonna do that. Don't play anything else. Maybe it is random then, which would suck. All right. So there's a champion. Now you're taking 1,100. I hate to say it, but welcome to the floor. Now you're taking 30. So you're gonna get one attack and then you're gonna die, and my units are just getting started. That seems pretty good. So we did it in the weirdest deck I think I've ever played. I don't know what we were gonna do if we didn't get Iron Drop Cage. I'm glad we got it early to try to fish for one of those cave-ins, but yeah, that kind of sucked a little bit. We did every trial, excuse me. Units move between floors 98. I don't understand how we won that. That was silly. But we did it, so fantastic. Let me go back to the main menu. Yeah, that might just be the strangest run I've ever had. Oh right, this is beta branch, so the runs are gonna look slightly weird. Tell YouTube Duck says hi. Duck My Power says hi. Yeah, this was like the thickest deck I feel like I've ever had. And what's weird about this is that in the end, like until like the 6th fight, we needed a Tumbra Assault. It was really important. But really, we needed these more on the last run than we did on this run. Because once we picked up 3 cave-ins that were all free and holdover and applied 2 days to every enemy unit, then we just played that and let the champion kill everything slowly, even though enemy units had like multi-strike 5 at times. It's really freaking weird. It's a thick deck. We did not need to add 2/3 of the cards that we ended up adding to the deck, but I still feel like, you know, getting to that point, you still needed the cards. Wickless Baron, I guess if you're going melting, you could play him with burning units and get him really strong really fast, but without harvesting on morsels anymore. I don't really see this even on the melting support side of things, because as melting support, I don't really use the melting units to that great effect. Like, if the only thing I would do with the Wickless Baron is probably just use the burnout Lady of the Reformed, then what is this guy doing? He's just hanging out in the back when you sometimes get a kill. You get a harvest, but your units don't burn out because Lady of the Reformed is there or something. But yeah, it was just... I don't know what to say. It was just very strange. That was the weirdest run. We had one unit upgrade, one Crucible Collector that was large, and that was it. It's the lowest amount of unit upgrades I've ever had, the most reliance on the champion, the weirdest deck construction, and like the most overpowered combination of holdover cave-ins making everything just daze for 1 billion turns. It's strange, but a lot of fun. I still can't believe that we ended up pulling out a victory on this one. Anyways, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.